From across the country and around the world donated millions of dollars to the victims of the Tree of Life massacre. And now those funds have been distributed, and the committee in charge is releasing a report detailing their decisions. KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan explains how the money will be used.
In the wake of the worst anti-Semitic attack in American history, the Jewish Federation of Greater Pittsburgh acted quickly to establish the Victims of Terror Fund. And some 8,500 people from 8 countries and 48 out of the 50 states responded.
There was an amazing outpouring of support from around the world.
Now the work of the independent committee, headed by Giant Eagle CEO David Shapira, is finished. Millions distributed, and a judge has signed off on the committee's report.
These civic leaders really wanted to put a report out publicly to make sure that people understood the work that went into it and what explicitly they did to make sure that the donor intent was met.
Most of the $6.3 million collected has been distributed as compassion payments to those directly impacted. $4.4 million to families of those killed and to worshipers seriously wounded in the attack. $437,000 to individuals trapped during the assault, and $48,000 to others in the building at the time. The committee designated and distributed $500,000 to police officers physically injured in the rescue of worshipers and the arrest of the suspect. The remaining $950,000 has gone to the synagogue's 3 congregations and the community. $100,000 each to Dor Hadash and the New Light congregations, and $450,000 to the Tree of Life for building reconstruction, $300,000 for memorialization, security, and counseling. But in addition to this fund, donations also went directly to those congregations, which have been meeting to decide their future, whether to restore the building or make other plans. But how will that money be spent, and what is the future of the Tree of Life building? I'll try to answer those questions coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, reporting in Squirrel Hill, Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.